Welcome back, YouTubians. We're here for some more. It's D&D. Here we go again.
This one's still hurting.
It scars.
D&D scars, guys.
I changed my name.
You changed your name. We have a name change, guys.
Really? Soul Bad Guy?
I want you so bad guy. I've been reborn in
Close the door. Can anybody tell me a good anime where there was a guy with bad written on the back of his back?
Kenshin.
Sanosuke Sagara.
Yeah.
Sanosuke.
Sanosuke.
Should I change Solid to Theater to Sanosuke?
Sanosuke. Soldier Theer becomes Sanosuke, Soul Bad Guy.
What's his full name?
Sanosuke Sagara.
S-A-N-O-S-K-E. Sagara.
S-U. Sagara. Sanosuke Sagara.
Okay, so now that everyone's...
Sanosuke Sagara, in quotations, his title is Soul Bad Guy. Let us continue. And Nostos is the first thing since all of this has happened.
You mean after I said that we need to continue to move forward?
He laughs. Since you all thought it was me, didn't you?
I am so
A member of the Clover. A member of the Clover. He starts laughing a little bit. And he looks around at you all. And he said, I knew this would happen. And you've all done very well. He looks directly at the Soul Bad Guy, Sanosuke. Looks him dead in the eyes. He says, you have to be the strongest of us all.
How can I be strong when I've lost everything?
What have you
We are
lost?
still here.
Nosta smiles.
The one I love.
I'm
Nosta
sorry,
smiles.
fucking Block gets pissed at that. He's like, what the fuck have you lost?
No, Nosta smiles. Nosta smiles. And says, do you see us around you?
You are not my team, but you are my family.
Do you see us standing strong?
We are not your team, huh?
You are my family.
Do you see us standing strong?
Yes.
Have we lost any more or less than you?
No.
Then that is how you will stand strong.
I will carry on my royal commands
For your family.
for my family.
With my mother.
For my soul.
Before returning back behind his shoulder.
I've never hugged anybody. I've shown no compassion to anybody in this.
I said my character did.
No, I know. So, I do the same thing.
And Nosta just simply looks at the rest of the party, and you're all compelled to come. And we all hug each other.
I'm hugging everyone's butts.
All of our heads are pushed together, and as all of our heads touch together, an amulet appears across all of our chests.
An amulet.
Communication amulet.
It's more than that.
It's a lot more than that.
The ring of
So
Mara.
basically it's like a code.
Lord just grabs it, just...
You notice something different about your amulet. It's no longer 4 leaves of a clover. It's 4 leaves of a clover and a stem holding them all together.
Much does the stem? Or is it him?
What did Nostop just say? You always thought I was a member of the Clover.
Creator of the Clover.
Calling.
So, everybody's full life, and you're all able to do whatever you would like now. It's all soul movement.
Let's
Nothing more can be spoke of, right? Did I miss anything, Buddha? Nothing that I can say, right?
No,
Did I miss
nothing that
anything?
you can say.
Okay, cool.
Nothing that I can say either.
I know.
So what do we? So we have all these amulets that
But you know it to be true, even as your character. Not just as a player, but you know it as a character to be true. You just don't understand how, or if it's even true, or if it's just some false image or thought inside of your mind.
To keep moving inward. We have a purpose here.
Check the next door.
there's 2 other objects in this
Yeah,
room.
there's 2 other objects.
What were the other objects?
We need to observe and see which ones there are. Maybe there's something for you guys. Let's see.
Would have been a hell of a roll to check the fucking door. 2 and upgrade.
Both of you roll percentile dice.
Me.
You can't check.
– 18.
72.
The thief sees the objects first and begins to approach them. You see 2 objects lying on the ground. Roll a 20-sided dice.
Be very careful.
15.
You notice one of them is shining very brightly, while one of them is very hard to see. There's like darkness that shrouds it, and it's hard to get close to it.
What's the dark one? I try to approach the dark one.
Roll a 20-sided dice.
11.
You see the face of Taljan appear in front of you with dark hair swirling around it.
I turn my back.
I'll step back.
It laughs as you step away.
I take a step towards brighter one.
It's the end of your turn. It's your turn. You see the same thing. A light object and an object shrouded in shadows. And the light object is too light for you to see what the light is coming from. And the shrouding around the shadowed object is too dark for you to see what it's coming from either.
I shall go to the darker one. She shadow.
Already did.
Oh, I can't.
But she got denied.
She didn't get denied. She just
denied
backed
it.
away. I denied it.
Oh, okay.
And I can go to what?
It's up to you. Make your decision.
Go into the dark.
Roll a percentile dice.
98.
As you move towards the shadowed figure, the shadowed item, you are cast inside of a eclipsed darkness. And you're unable to move for roll a d6.
3.
3 segments while you relive the 600 years you lived in banishment. Everybody outside of a 20-foot span of this is cast into a time freeze. And the only two that can move are these two, as well as the Dragonborn, who is inside of the circle, laughing and jumping about. It is back to your turn.
Ignoring Pisceus in the Dragonborn's body. I walk toward the light room.
Roll a saving throw. You take 14 points of damage. And 14% of your experience to your thief level has been reduced. Take your level experience and reduce it by 14%.
This one?
Is this how much you have right now?
Yes.
Reduce that by 14%.
That would be.
You can multiply.
You're asking somebody who does not math at all.
Okay, so
Okay, so hold on.
what's your number in?
23,300.
By 14%
By
is
0.14. Multiply it by 0.14.
4,600.
you lose 7,900 experience. Roughly. It's probably a little bit more than that, but well, no, it's a little bit less than that.
Yeah.
It's 4,900
Oh,
experience.
let's go. Right? 4,600.
Yeah, 4,900. Oh, it could be 4,600. It could be
4,600.
433 as well. It could actually be 4,333. Take 4,333 off of what you had. Add 3,666 to that. 3,666 to whatever that total was. And that's your total experience. You de-level to whatever level is appropriate for that amount of experience.
It's just one level down.
It should only be one level down.
She's still paid to whatever level she's still paid.
Yeah, she's still paid to whatever level.
So she can still
She
gain
just
level.
lost her experience
She's still
points.
trained in it too. Just
She lost her experience points. It literally
as soon as they
drained.
come back,
She tried to attempt to approach the light weapon and it drained her experience away. She tried to approach the dark weapon
And she's consumed in darkness.
Continue. It is your turn, Darkness Woman.
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna try to calm myself down from from screaming.
Roll a
Like a mad woman.
20-sided dice.
20.
You regain your composure instantly as soon as you realize that the thief was hurt. It snapped you out of what was happening to you, and your only concern was protecting her. So you turned around and saw light on the other side of the room, with a silhouetted figure of the thief.
Do I run to her aid?
That is up to you.
I'll run to her aid.
As you run towards her, she falls to the ground, and you pass her up. And you can't stop running in that direction. And that is the end of your turn. At this point, you guys have a turn. Everybody on the outside of the circle.
We'll help her.
I can't. I've told you. Demons have no power over gods.
I run to her.
Who do you run to? What do you do? Why do you interfere? Loki is standing directly over your shoulder saying these things in your ear.
Because one of my companions is down. Wow, I scared the shit out of that one.
And will yourself engaging in combat help this?
In combat.
Do you think there's a reason you are outside of this sphere? They're fighting against something inside of there. Do you really wish to interfere?
Ark immediately stops on the outside of the sphere. Stop on the outside. I'm looking in. I can see through.
You have a chance to do something.
So she's running in a direction non-stop
Towards the light.
towards the light. You're knocked out. Wait, no, you're just knocked down on
Yeah.
the ground, not knocked out.
Yeah, she's just blown back from the light.
How far did she fly? How far did she get to that?
Into the void in between the darkness and the light. You've taken 4 segments just thinking about what you're doing.
I put my hands together and I pray to Loki and I ask him to help us if he has love in his heart or any compassion left for the woman he remembered.
He appears above your shoulder, again just like he was above. Is just standing behind you with his chin directly over your shoulder, whispering to you. He says 4 words to you. And your eyes become wide.
Turkey
You
bacon.
can't
Leave your
share
house
this, and
and
you cannot share this with anybody else.
in my pipe go.
Just Chris hasn't. He hasn't passed it. He did it, but he didn't pass it.
It's a
Hey.
they're still
Hey.
going all the way.
Nope.
Hey.
Yep.
Chris, can you quit? You hit it.
I hear these words. And I stand through it.
Matthew.
It returns to you to use twos guys
Go
coins.
down the street. Go downtown, collect.
I pick myself up off the ground and slowly walk towards darkness.
What am I doing? Wherever we stopped?
Tall shops.
Like,
You're
just keep
running
You're
towards
still running
a
towards the
bright light for now. It's your turn.
Walking toward tall shops to keep us really dark here.
As you do, you see flashing lights of different things happening around you, and then you see a big orb of blue light appear, and you see a small silver sliver of black light pierce through the top of it and pierce through the back of Tall Jean and disappear out through the blue light. And you keep walking forward and you keep seeing her circling around you, laughing and pushing in on you, trying to push you away from the center of the darkness. And you're walking towards a bright beam of light, and no matter what you do, you seem to be walking infinitely, pushing against time itself, which is holding you back from the center of what is there.
May I just leave?
You may, if you'd like.
That doesn't sound a promising answer.
Just keep pushing forward.
Haste. Can I haste? Cast haste. Haste. On myself, or on him.
You seem to not be able to cast any spells. You can barely lift your hands. It seems like even walking is hard. But for some reason you see yourself continuing to push forward. And it returns to you guys' turns outside of the circle. You see them both making progress on the light and dark epicenters, but neither of them are quite there yet. And in this exact moment, the sphere on the outside shatters, and you guys are pushed back and almost blown away by the amount of force that's coming off of their bodies as they're pushing inwards towards these objects.
try to step into it, into the raging wind, to get closer, since the sphere had collapsed.
You make it about 3 or 4 feet, and your knees are pushed to the ground, and the only thing you can do to keep yourself from being blown back is dig your hand into the ground and stop yourself.
I hold my ground firmly.
As he says that, a large pike forms from his hand and sticks into the ground and just stops him where he's at
Resisting against the wind.
and just stares forward.
Cloak like crazy man.
And you're just sitting there holding onto the ground, staring at what's happening in front of you. And no stop?
And odds.
No star? Oh, he's still bobbing around on the inside, like right in between the two. Just fucking around, watching what's happening. And Nosa is sitting against the wall where you guys originally came into this room on a chair with a small table in front of him with a bunch of food. And he is also watching what's happening. But he is eating like a madman while he's doing it. Dinner and a show. Hey guys.
I pull out my silver daggers and keep them at the ready and continue focused on the very center of the darkness. When she comes in to try to push me or to turn me away,
It's not that she's touching you.
No, but she's...
It's just like intimidation.
Me. Yeah.
You don't really ever have to touch her. She's just forcing her will upon you, trying to keep you away from it.
I don't understand me continue forward.
And your turn?
Your turn.
That thing is called a howling banshee or some shit, not like
The race.
a wraith.
But it's not.
It imposes fear. Not a poltergeist because it's not really violent.
Roll a saving throw.
Everyone?
Yes.
9. Was it 9?
6.
6.
You lose your grip on the ground and you're blown back.
By chance towards me.
Roll a saving throw.
4.
You're unable to catch up.
So I'm on it, tumbling like somersaulting backwards.
You hit the wall against you, directly on the back of your head, and it knocks you unconscious. You have memories of when you were small and people who cared.
So what is it?
And you remember it not lasting long. And then you wake up and you're sitting against the wall with your eyes covered in blood. And you're looking forward at the only people who love you now. And you go into a berserker in rage. And you begin to charge again. Directly at the center. Just like you did before. This time you see that she's struggling to move forward. and that she is nearly at the epicenter. So you run into the fucking epicenter and grab her and throw her out of it. And you begin to charge forward.
I'm sitting there right now.
What about her? Oh no, I grabbed her and threw her.
You're not affected by the light at all. Within a matter of moments, you're able to grab a hold of the item on the center. At the exact moment, she grabs a hold of the item in the center of hers. Both of the lights instantly stop. Inside of your hands,
Goat's testicles.
appear to be nothing more than handles to weapons. The white one a little longer than the black one.
Has the wind stopped?
Everything is stopped instantaneously.
How much damage do I take from that?
None.
My shit was broken.
Huh?
My shit was broken, remember?
What shit? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh, but it regenerated. Cool. I don't know if it regenerates.
Earlier, so...
It does also before though.
Yeah. So... nothing. Everybody's regenerated back to full after this takes place.
So she got a hilt, and I got a hilt as well?
No.
Or handle to a weapon as a
You
hilt.
touched it, and as soon as you touched it, the light stopped, but you're not able to grab hold of it.
Because it wasn't different.
That's right. That's right.
That's why your blood rage
I
sucks.
look towards
Ginger.
Ginger. I
Ginger
look towards
voice.
Ginger. I look back at the item. I step back. Certain steps as I calm down. Breathe slow. Stand.
That's what I say internally.
Well,
That's what I say in my mind. I don't
Well.
say it out loud.
well, there's another episode of It's D&D, guys. Remember, the very metal.
Find out whose weapon it is on the next episode of D&D.
Later.